Dan Reichert, this game is not finished, but it is getting closer.
I've been hearing a lot about this game, Jeff.
Destiny. People are talking about it.
I played the alpha, and you did too, correct?
Yeah, I did, yeah. So this is the beta. This is what was available for pre-order people for the next, like, I don't know, 9-10 days, whatever it is. And it's got a little more content than the alpha, but it's the same basic stuff.
Is there any, like, major bullet points as far as, like, new areas, new...
Well, there's a discussion... There's a rumor going around that they're going to open up the moon.
Okay.
At some point during this process.
The moon was alluded to in the alpha, famously, I remember.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. We're gonna have to go to the moon at some point. I'm level 5 here. I believe the level cap in the beta here is 8, which I think is what it was in the alpha as well. And we can kind of go places. I've opened up pretty much what I can open up, and I've leveled up my dude. I'm rocking Striker because that's really all you can do with a Titan right now, and have these abilities here. These abilities, you kind of unlock them and upgrade them, it looks like by using them. You'll kind of unlock the next tier, and kind of move your way down.
By using them? So like that pulse grenade thing, like, do you get that by using normal grenades?
By using flashbangs, it seems like I'm filling up the meter to use this.
Okay.
And so on and so forth. It's not super clear how the subclass stuff will work. I'm sure that they've probably said something about it, but eventually you get to Illumination, seal this subclass, locking previous choices, which I'm not sure if you have to choose between these things when you get them or how it ends up working, but we'll get there eventually.
Okay.
I got a handful of guns here, rocking an automatic rifle, but I do have a scout rifle, which is a semi-auto, and then a pistol, which is it's a pistol. I've got a sniper rifle equipped right now, but I also have a shotgun. Go with the sniper rifle because it's it does fire damage and some other stuff. Now it looks like these the weapons also have things that upgrade over the course of you using them, I guess.
Clown cartridge?
Clown cartridge.
Glimmer. Oh, is Glimmer?
Glimmer is
that's
the currency.
I hate that. That's
just
okay.
Just think about the Glimmer Man every time, whenever possible, really.
Silly.
So yeah, it seems like but through use we'll eventually unlock the Clown cartridge and then be able to purchase it with some Glimmer. So some of your weapons, some of your uncommon weapons that have these additional abilities, surplus, expect to find more ammo when you're using this weapon, which would be nice because the rocket launcher is not a ton of heavy ammo out there. And that sort of stuff. So that's kind of how the upgrade stuff works. I've got some armor here that grants me some strength, but these things are basically just reduce the cooldown times of your various abilities. So strength reduces Storm Fist, which is an enhanced melee attack. Cooldown time of grenades, and then cooldown time of Fist of Havoc, which is the Titan class's special, which you hit L1, R1 at the same time when it's all charged up. So
would you say the class customization is kind of on par with like what Borderlands offered, or more or less? Or
it seems like it. I mean, it's hard to say really without because you can't really unlock this other subclass in the beta. It's level 15. So when you get to this one, there's all sorts of other stuff, magnetic grenades instead of your regular grenades. So it'll kind of change everything about your character here. So it seems like you'll be able to kind of level these subclasses up and swap them.
But it doesn't get rid of that whole other tree that we just saw, right? Is that like in addition to?
I think you will equip these separately, so you'll remove your striker stuff, which is the stuff we were looking at before, and put on your defender stuff. I think is how it will work, but again, you can't get to this level in the beta, so that's just conjecture and me making it up.
Have you found the interface to be pretty intuitive overall?
I think some of it's all right, and some of this game feels super needless. Like you have this tower, which is the social area, which is the third person kind of run around the city stuff, and then you go into Earth for your missions here. I've done these missions here, but let's go track down some codes. This is the last mission in this area, I guess.
So this is set on Earth. Like, is this some post-apocalypse situation going on here? Like, are the continents still in the same areas? Like, it says you're going to old Russia.
It's vague about that sort of stuff. That there are kind of remnants of the old world and stuff like that. But it's kind of the far-flung future. There's a gigantic space ball hanging above the planet, and it has created guardians, which I am a guardian. I represent the light, and darkness is spreading.
Oh no, are you a human?
I am a human.
Okay.
You can choose from 3 different races when you're creating your character. It seems like that's cosmetic.
Okay. The old Skywatch. They were running a mission for Dead Orbit. Had codes to a hidden array that could reconnect us to other colonies in the system. If we can find their ghosts, maybe we can open that array.
Yeah, we gotta find their ghosts.
Okay.
The ghost is like the mag. It's like Guilty Spark.
Oh, okay.
So
Gotcha.
it's a little guy.
Is that what your Peter Dinklage is? Is he one of those?
Yeah.
He is a ghost.
That's the
right?
voice of the. That was that voice right there. That's
Yeah.
that guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you said you hadn't seen Game of Thrones, right?
No, never seen it.
Let's
Okay.
see if we can find them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I can kind of pull this out here, and while that's out, it'll show me the next objective here. But
Okay.
while this is also out, I can also pull up my vehicle. That's a player.
Oh, okay. I liked this vehicle a lot in the alpha.
Then
is
you'll
really
like
cool.
it here too. It's
Okay.
it's the same thing.
Well, see, I wonder, for me, a lot of people, the Dinklage voiceover has been kind of jarring, and I don't know if it's because he just has this very recognizable accent in Game of Thrones. So as someone who didn't watch that,
Didn't bother me at all.
you don't have a problem with the
No,
VO
I mean,
whatsoever.
it seems like from alpha to beta, they've added like a robotic voice filter on it,
I've noticed that, yeah.
which, you know, for it being a floating robot makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
But whatever. It didn't really bother me that much.
Yeah, and I saw you tweeting about some of the areas seeming just very samey.
I mean, this is like by the time you get to this point, and let's assume that this is the opening of the full game, because here in the beta you start at level 1, and you kind of you run through a tutorial section where you have no weapon, you're getting your first weapon, you're getting your ghost, you're getting all your stuff, and then it drops you into this area, which is the area from the alpha, and then you kind of come back to it 4 times in a row. And in some of these missions, you literally run to this door multiple times.
Huh.
And in between, you have to go all the way back out to that space section. You know, maybe you have to go to the town, which, you know, you have to load into that area then too. Let's knock this guy's shield down and I'll punch him.
Nice.
Oh, that didn't actually kill him. But
What's the town like? Is that merchants? Is that...
yeah, there's some merchants there. And you can pick up some missions there. There's a bounty board, which wasn't active for me. I think I might need to be level 6 for that. But like, you know, it's kind of depending on which path you take in here, it will guide you in different directions depending on which mission you're on, basically.
I mean, it's been done a million times, but it seems like it is very easy to make Borderlands comparisons with this.
Yeah,
in a lot
but
of
you
ways.
know, like Borderlands, if you got all your quests right, if you went and picked up every single quest like a good MMO, you didn't have to backtrack through an area multiple times. So in this,
That's
it's like
true.
4 story quests in the exact same zone. You have to leave the zone between them.
Oh, so there are
And
even story quests in the same area.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. 'Cause
Yeah,
Borderlands-
these are all story quests that I've done so far.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Meeting ground. The Vanguard
I mean, he's even
forces
alluding to
still
we're
have
heading
the
back
surface.
through an area, you know.
Yeah.
And that's a little much. I don't know. Like, it's one of those things where, you know, I mean, obviously the full game will have multiple locations and stuff, but to open with here are like 4 missions that are kind of all in the same exact spot, and they eventually all branch off into different areas. They're not 100% identical, but you're going to see this place multiple times. Like that.
Yeah, I distinctly remember this place. 'Cause do the guys come out and rush you every time you go into this room? Because I remember this from the alpha
Yeah,
specifically.
exactly. Yeah. So this is like 2 missions ago. I did that mission from the alpha.
Okay.
But now we're back, and it's a little different.
Huh. I mean, you know, let's cross our fingers. It's just a beta/alpha thing, and you know,
Right.
they had to kind of keep it smaller scale.
Like I wouldn't mind returning to this area multiple times. It's the part where you do it back to back like that, where it's like this. I'm kind of feel like I'm done here. You know, I have grenades like that, and they run on a cooldown timer. You see in the lower left, that's the grenade cooldown. Also my melee cooldown, because I have this like enhanced melee thing now.
Okay.
Where the first punch I do, boom, does
That's fun.
way more damage than the average melee. So basically, as soon as that fist recharges down there, I'll do more melee damage.
And is the grenade is just your standard grenades, right? Like you
Yeah.
don't pick up grenades
Yeah, you don't
like
pick
in
up
Halo.
grenades.
Or,
Yeah.
Okay. And one thing I haven't had really any experience with is the traditional multiplayer in this game.
Yeah.
Have you gotten to see any of
Yeah,
that?
I played
or-
one. I played one round there.
And that's in the beta?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can get into that when we're done here.
I mean, this all looks very polished. I mean, it's
I really like the look of it. I think the combat is very well done. You know, it's one of those things where like the content end of it is a little sketchy and leaving me kind of wondering like, you know, what kind of legs the full game will have. But the moment-to-moment action, I really enjoy. The AI is relatively fun to fight. They're good at kind of poking out from behind stuff and screwing with you. I double jumped up that ledge, and while I was gliding, punched that guy to death. That was pretty awesome. You know, like there are undeniable high points in this game. You know.
So, if you had to guess, just based on your knowledge of this game so far, Do you think this is going to pay off for Activision, considering how expensive this was?
I think over the long haul, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, you know, Bungie's a developer you can count on to do it. You know, and if they don't get enough copies of it out there with this first one, you know, they're obviously invested to a point where they'll get it eventually. You know.
Yeah.
I think that, like, obviously, you know, we're talking about the first 4 missions. It's kind of.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
It's pure speculation.
Yeah, of course.
But this seems super well made, and you kind of see the systems they've set up, and what they've put in place for character advancement and stuff like that. Like, you know, unless they just have you running into the exact same areas over and over and over again, I think this game will end up being pretty successful.
It looks like your sniper rifle has a flame elemental there.
Yep.
What is that icon next to your? Is that your rocket launcher?
Yeah. So
Some vortex.
you get a heavy
or?
weapon, and we've got rockets.
Okay.
I haven't actually fired a rocket yet. Let's see if we can find something that's worth shooting at. But first we've got to get...
I do like games like this where it seems like just other stuff is happening in this world. That, like that's an actual guy fighting these dudes.
Yeah.
He's not like you didn't have to get into a lobby with him and set this up ahead of time.
Right. He's just out here doing business.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Except that we're out here kind of farming these enemies for drops, like a proper MMO. And I need that stuff to drop off of these guys, because otherwise we'll just be standing here forever. Oh god, that's not the shotgun that I used to use. At least I think that's what I'm doing, right? Hunt down the fallen who have captured ghosts with codes to the last array. Yeah, okay.
It's got to be fun for Bungie to make this and just go to a completely different universe after being caught with Halo and that lore for so long.
Yeah, I think so, but at the same time, like, it's got a bunch of spiritual mumbo jumbo. It's like it's like Halo without the military aspects of it.
Okay.
Which I feel like, in some ways, you know, for me, the military approach that Halo took with Space Marines and all that sort of stuff, like, kind of grounds it.
Yeah.
In a way that I appreciated. I'm not a huge Halo fan, but, you know, I do think that they're well-made games.
So
but it kind of grounds the lore a little bit, whereas this is just like, you're a mystical guardian, and that's how we have stuff like, that wizard is from the moon, and, you know, it's like, fuck, come on. So some of that stuff is a little ridiculous and has nothing rooting it anymore.
But is it all just told through VO? It's not like you have to watch these cutscenes of this crap
There are
or anything?
cutscenes, like, you know,
Oh, really?
kind of early on in the game, I had to go to, you know, see the guy who speaks for the giant sphere, because it is not currently feeling like talking. Oh, an item dropped here.
Well, I look forward to dorks telling me that the novels are really good.
Yeah, this is really paving the way for that sort of stuff.
There are always those guys with Halo.
Yeah, it's like, no, guys. If you just knew what happened on Reach.
See, I just
tell you about
waited.
John.
I just waited and played Halo Reach, and that was a much better
Exactly,
way than reading a dumb book about Halo.
Keep hunting.
Okay, so we found one dead ghost.
That melee looks pretty
Really
fun.
satisfying. Like, across the board, I feel like the combat is very satisfying.
Nothing. Find another one.
It does seem like that filter they put on Dinklage's voice is helping out quite a bit.
Yeah. Huh.
It was pretty rough in the alpha, I thought. That looks like a rocket launcher worthy group right there.
All right, fuck it.
Yeah! That's pretty cool.
All right, those guys are all dead. I had one rocket.
Well, it worked. God, that looks fun. Just sprinting up and punching him in the face.
Yeah.
He literally disintegrates. Oh, that looks good. I think I'm gonna like this game.
Yeah, I think it is one of those things where, yeah, the combat itself is really sharp and feels nice. So if kind of for whatever problems you may or may not have with
This one still holds the codes. Let's find the array.
Okay, so after getting 3 dead ghosts, miraculously the third one had the codes still in it, so we get to move on.
So the health system, is it just very Halo-like in terms of...
It's not shields then health, it's just this bar.
And are those little pips in the middle? Is that like... Well, I guess not, because you just recharge all the way.
it'll recharge all the way up.
Okay, gotcha. Those pips signify anything, or is it just a
I don't think so.
aesthetic thing? I mean, do you prefer that as far as just like full recharge Call of Duty, or do you like an added system?
I don't necessarily need an
games?
added system for like, oh, I need to recover health, or I need to, be extra careful here. Like, it just, that sort of stuff makes checkpoints, some checkpoints more difficult than others.
There was some of that in Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why they did it, obviously,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it is weird going back to that system after getting so used to this.
So now we're in a darkness zone, which is, most of the mission zones kind of end with a darkness zone, where if we die here, we actually respawn at the start of it, and all the enemies respawn as well.
Okay.
So if we had multiple players in here, that would be a little different, but, you'd have to be like, oh, everyone died at once, and we have to checkpoint back, like kind of like Halo style, but
Okay.
Because we're alone here, I can't die.
Got that super punch charged up.
Yeah.
So do you know what race this is that you're killing here?
This is maybe the Fallen, or perhaps the Hive.
Okay.
Those seems to be the only two that they've mentioned so far.
I like the enemy designs a lot.
Yeah.
That's one thing Bungie always excelled at, like with Halo, is just all these very distinct enemy types that all behave very differently.
Yeah. And the interplay between them in spots, too,
Yeah.
was often interesting.
Nice. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to level up melee as much as I can in this game. Also, speaking of Wolfenstein, the melee in that, some of the most satisfying, like first-person melee attacks.
Yeah, that stuff's
Just stabbing him right
grim.
in the chin.
Stuff's grim.
Yeah.
This is it.
Is this running at 60?
No.
Yeah, it looks 30, I think, to me. I'm never great at that. I think Call of Duty is the one shooter series that whenever I play, it's like, yep, this certainly is running at 60 frames a
Right,
second.
yeah, there's no question about.
Yeah,
Typically, when you see 60, there's no question about it.
that's true.
If you have to ask, it's probably not.
Yeah.
Or it could be, 55 or something,
It seems to me like quicker than Battlefield on consoles, but not Call of Duty speed.
I should have punched the other guy there. I should have punched
just
this
punch
guy.
all the guys, really.
Yeah.
So, is there a maximum? Well, obviously there's going to be a maximum to how many player characters can inhabit the same area you're in.
You get on a 3-person fire team.
Okay. But as far as like, obviously you can get on a 3-person team or whatever if you lobby up with your buddies.
Right.
But if you are just playing solo like you are right now, is it a
yeah.
maximum of 3 in any one?
So no, you'll see more people when you're out and about in the field. But I think when you get to these darkness zones, that's kind of the equivalent of an instance.
Oh, okay.
So you're kind of getting into an area, and then it's like, now I don't think anyone's going to bother me while I'm here.
Okay.
Unless they were to join my fire team, mid-game. But I think I have it closed.
Okay. Yep, that looks good. Yep. Oh boy. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
It's really satisfying.
Yeah.
Let's get some ammo and stuff.
Is melee just the click on the stick? Or?
That is it. Not by default. It is by default. It's R1,
Oh, really?
and I have changed it to clicking the stick.
Bungie's weird about it.
Ah,
sometimes.
God damn it.
Oh, wow. Oh, God. Oh,
Ah.
God. Yeah, Bungie's weird. I feel like they've done RB for melee. I think they did B in the early ones, didn't they?
I think you might be right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, once they got to like some different options in the gameplay and stuff, they kind of had to. I'm gonna switch over to the shotgun from the sniper rifle because the shotgun is a great like, oh fuck, those dudes are running up on me sort of
Yeah.
weapon, and it was not available for me to turn to there. Let's actually try a different primary weapon for a little while here. Oh, so we got an encrypted weapon. So when we get back to town, we can get that we can turn that into a weapon. Let's try this scout rifle, which is semi-automatic.
You have to like pay a guy to decrypt your weapon or something.
I don't think you actually have to pay him. I think you just bring it to him and just go like, "Dude, what's up with this gun?"
Okay.
And he goes, "It's here. It's this. This is the type of gun it is."
Okay.
It's like a Tekker or something from Phantasy Star Online. There are definitely some parallels to be drawn between this and PSO.
All right. I will nod my head and take your word for it.
PSO is all I needed to hear.
Is that the Dreamcast game?
Yeah.
Okay. That's really early for like a online.
Yeah, for especially on
Dreamcast.
consoles.
Yeah.
It was just a super crazy game at the time. But you know, it was Diablo. You know.
Okay.
I don't think I like this weapon that much.
Are you not big on the semi-automatic stuff like
Yeah,
that?
I usually just like to just hold the trigger in or shoot in bursts. And,
Like 3-shot burst is usually what I go with.
yeah.
Like the M16 in Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
love that.
So let's go to the pistol here.
Are they pretty fair about checkpoints overall?
I mean, not in this area. Like if I die, I go back to the start of this area.
Well, the darkness
So-
areas, but like.
But there's no mid mission checkpoint.
period, or just
in
in
a
the
traditional
darkness
sense,
ones?
in the darkness ones, which
Okay.
are the only ones you'd really care about, because the rest of it's just kind of the open world.
Okay.
But you know, you also can die in strikes and stuff like that, which are kind of the multiplayer co-op zones.
Okay. Pistol looks pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Is there any kind of secondary fire on these weapons?
No.
Okay. Really staggers them with every shot, it
Yeah.
seems. Their weapons are reminding me of the Needler in Halo.
Yeah, it's almost like laser bolos or something. Hang on. Hold on.
Punch him! Yes! Oh! Wait, so if you swing and miss, does it take
I don't know.
your...
I don't know. It might have.
Because it looked like you
might have
didn't get your
discharged
super punch
yeah.
there. Oh, jeez. Is there any kind of switch to third-person option?
I don't think so. If I do one of the emotes,
Oh, okay.
it'll pop out to third person, but
Gotcha. All right. Yep.
yep, okay.
Is that all D-pad, I assume?
Yep.
He's still doing that.
He's going to continue there for a little bit. I picked up a fusion rifle. Let's see what that does.
All right. I wish you could just map all the taunts from No Mercy onto this.
All right, let's go back to that auto rifle. I was just
Stop dancing.
doing better with it. No special ammo. All right, great. Well then, let's get back to that shotgun so that we don't die.
If you're playing by yourself, can you actually pause the game?
No.
Or okay, so there's never time you can just straight up
no,
pause.
It's always happening.
All right.
This time I've got something for these fucking invisible guys.
Oh God.
Come on. Come at me.
What's your plan here? Oh! What the hell was that?
That was my L1 R1 special move. So above the
Oh.
above my weapon readout there, you see there's that bar.
Oh, yeah.
That is a move you can pull off when that bar is full.
Okay. What's that purple thing?
Ammo.
Oh, okay.
But I am already full of whatever type of ammo this is.
Gotcha. Yeah, 5 rockets.
Rocket ammo, I guess, yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna rocket it up. So we're gonna get kind of a moment here that reminds me of Halo in some ways.
There's the control.
Also, I leveled up.
I'll see if these codes still work.
Bunch.
Fuck.
Yep. It did take it even though you missed.
Yeah.
Ooh. Shit. Okay. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Heal up.
Okay. And since we hit level 6, we actually have Titan Codex 1. Okay, looks like that will enhance armor and recovery. Sounds good. Let's turn that on. Great.
Is there like a skill point thing going on? Because
No, I think it's... No. I think maybe you just unlock one of these every time you level up, maybe?
but you still have to go in and hit X to like activate it?
Yeah, and then you'll have to activate these when they fill up. And I'm
Huh.
wondering if these secondary ones, when you act like you have to choose between the secondaries. Or I'm not
okay.
sure how it'll go.
Gotcha.
So
Have you
we
seen a place where you can respec it all?
It doesn't. No, I'm not sure that that's even a thing. Because it seems like you'd just be able to, like, just as you level up, you'll be able to do stuff here, and as you use your abilities, you'll be able to add more to your subclass, and then eventually you'll, you know, swap to a different subclass and do that sort of stuff there. So I've got some armor, but nothing that's that much better, so I put on some different gauntlets. Alright, our super is charged. Let's do this.
Is this the thing that reminds you of Halo?
Yeah.
That's totally just Guilty Spark.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, negotiating crypto systems. Shore resistant security lattice verified.
It's working. Outside, the array. It's opening.
This to me is like a very much a Halo style encounter of like some dudes are going to attack this position while we're waiting for a door to open or waiting for something to happen.
Or a drop ship to come in and pick you
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Cutting through.
It looks cool the way they warp in.
Yeah. They're going to get up here and shoot at us for a little bit. I should probably get out of the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Make me nervous. Ah!
Out here's a wizard. You know, wizards.
Looks pretty cool. Man, the backgrounds are really cool here. I love watching what's going on with that dish. Oh. Seems like there are a lot of different enemy types. Yes, shoot him with a rocket. Yes. Oh, these guys seem terrible. Sound effect's really good when you punch them. It's almost like you can hear like the rib cage shattering.
Yeah, there's a really good thump to it too. You know, just solid bass.
Jeez. Yes. Oh, that was great.
That one drops some armor.
Rocket. Do you like the number readouts when you're shooting stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh yeah.
No,
I
I had my super charged up too. That was the dumb thing.
So would you have to start all the way at the beginning of this darkness?
Yeah. So well, let's see here. I think actually it might start me right here. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. That would be terrible. Yeah, I've heard the PlayStation version does some cool trackpad stuff. Does it seem that way, or?
Nope.
No? I could have sworn I heard someone say, oh, it's clear that Sony was, the main platform they were going for with all their, trackpad stuff. I guess not.
No, the trackpad appears to do nothing. The light on the controller, when you're in a dark area where the flashlight comes on, the light on the controller will change.
Well, there you go. That must be what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Looks like a rocket situation.
Getting there. No, not these guys. Maybe maybe this fucking guy, the wizard. See if he'll stand still long enough. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to waste him. But yeah, good music, great production values, the gameplay feels good.
I mean, it would have been shocking if it didn't feel and look great, I think, considering the, team and money behind this
supposedly
game.
the amount of money and, oh, okay, hang on here.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
Get him! Yes! That looks
Worth
pretty great. Are there any kind of upgrades as far as, make your health regenerate faster, anything like that?
It looks like there are, depending on the subclass, there will be different abilities there that some of them will seem like they're health-oriented.
Okay. Nice. Are there difficulty settings in the beta?
Yeah, there are.
Okay.
Before you start a mission, you can go in and... Ah, fuck.
Ooh.
Guy got in the way.
Shit. Ugh. Oh, no. Oh,
Alright, that still didn't kill him.
Oh, God. Go, 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 go.
So I can double jump and kind of hover a little bit here.
Is that default, or is that an upgrade?
No,
you
that's
got?
an upgrade.
Whew. Yes.
All right. There's still one fucking guy over here.
Punch him.
I think we're clear. You need to see this.
Convenient that he was able to get the hacking done just as soon as I killed the last guy.
The array. It's controlled by Rasputin, the last war mind. He won't let me in.
I mean, they're already talking about weird old Russian AIs, so I imagine at some point rampancy will come into play because that's all Bungie knows how to write about, is AIs going nuts.
Can you punch that skeleton's head off? Oh! Well, there goes my pre-order.
Yeah.
Wait, it kind of moves a little bit. Shoot it. No. Bounties. Do you know what that is?
Bounties, you can kind of go in and you know, they'll be, you know, oh, you got 9,000 XP without dying, or you killed 3 other players in a multiplayer match, and you'll get a bonus for having those bounties equipped when you when you do those things.
Kind of like challenges or something in Call of Duty. Yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of go through and see kind of what we did, how we... Did I get any, rewards?
Precise kills.
I did. Okay, so I got some armor. That's like headshot type stuff.
Oh, okay.
Kills with abilities, and yeah. Let's continue. So when a mission completes, it bops you all the way back out to your ship, basically. And then you have to decide, like, if you want to go back in or if you want to go to town to deal with stuff. Since we got some encrypted items, we'll go to town to decrypt them.
Does it make it pretty obvious, like, what the story path is?
yeah, it's just like, here's a story mission you haven't done.
But if you wanted to veer off and do some crazy crap, you could do that.
There's not a ton of it. I mean, it hasn't really opened up. I mean, this is if we assume that this is the beginning of the game,
Yeah,
it would make sense that it hasn't really opened up too much.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it'll diverge and give you multiple things to do at the same time or not. But you know, you can go do strikes, which are kind of repeatable, you know, survival mode style things. You can go play in the Crucible, which is where the competitive multiplayer occurs. And they have systems in place for items that you get by doing really well in the PvP stuff and all that sort of stuff. When we get into town here, we can take a look at bounties and some of the other stuff that we can get into.
Does it seem pretty seamless as far as just jumping in and out of stuff and you go into your ship and go into multiplayer? And
I mean, seamless in that there's always something on the screen, but I'm sitting here staring at this ship waiting for it to load the town.
Yeah.
And that takes some time.
But I mean, it's not like backing out to a menu and then picking multiplayer. Is it?
Right, it's not. But the ship is the menu.
Right.
Basically.
Okay.
And so it's almost like dropping you back onto the menu after every mission, you know?
Okay.
Okay, so now bounties are finally available now that I've hit level 6. So we can get over here.
Weird how it goes into third person for the towns.
Yeah. So you see we can get some experience, some Crucible reputation and stuff like that. Win 3 Crucible matches. Defeat 10 Guardians from behind. Defeat 50 Guardians with headshots. Kill 10 Hive Majors or Ultras. Earn 9,000 XP without dying and kill 20 enemies without taking damage from them. So can I just get them all?
Why wouldn't you?
Oh, I guess I can only get 5, huh? Not enough space.
Oh, weird. It's got to be some menu or something where you...
Yeah, I should be able to dismiss them and stuff like that. So I have 1 Crucible mark, no Vanguard marks, and 1141 Glimmer.
Does Vanguard basically mean missions and Crucible means multiplayer?
Crucible is multiplayer. Vanguard, there are missions. Oh, where the Vanguard ports came from? We'll go talk to the Vanguard. I can't remember. Here's your weapon shop. He's got a really limited selection, and some of the stuff you have to be level 8 to use, and none of it seems all that great. Some, you know, refill your ammo type stuff. LeBron James is here. Great.
Oh my god.
You have a vault that I assume is like, you know, you use to pass items between characters, if I had to assume. Usually how banks work in these sorts of things. You know, you've got mail. Presumably so you can send items to other players. Deliveries and messages. I don't know. I'm not sure. Not too sure about that. But if we go down here...
They're not ready. Let them keep fighting.
Okay, that guy's got...
From the little I know of MMOs, this area seems pretty MMO-like.
Yeah, it really is. It's the sort of thing where you're like, it almost seems out of place. Like the rest of this game does not play like an MMO, and then all these trappings around it just seem really weird. So, you know, if you're getting your Crucible marks, which you're getting for playing multiplayer, theoretically you'll eventually be able to spend them on really powerful items, but also you have to be level 20 to use any of that stuff, so it's not necessarily gonna come up in the course of the beta. And then down here we've got our class specific guys here. We'll talk to the Titan Man, and he's got some stuff that we can buy, but that's all. We already have better stuff than most of this. And then Vanguard marks for this sort of stuff. So, you know, get our Vanguard, complete Vanguard bounties. So
I'm already bracing myself for this coming out and the online not working completely perfectly in the first 2 hours or something, and the entire internet losing their shit until everything works perfectly. Every major release with an online component,
yeah, maybe.
It's not immediate, like GTA Online and everything.
Yeah.
So that'll probably happen here.
All right, now let's decrypt our items. So we've got this primary weapon engram. We've got 2 of them, actually. So that was a Suros JPS-32. And we've got another one that's a Cydonia AR-3. Okay. And the more stuff we decode, we level up with this guy, which then will let us buy some engrams if we want to.
Okay.
But anyway, we've got those guns now. Let's see what they were. Okay, yeah. Uncommon pulse rifle, uncommon auto rifle, 45. Great. Great. So I'm just going to take this old auto rifle and dismantle it, which is, you know, you get like 7 glimmer for destroying it, and that's not very much.
But it just clears up space.
Yeah, yeah. We have a 39 pulse rifle, 33 scout, hand cannon, and a 45 pulse rifle. So let's just blow up our old pulse rifle while we're at it too. We don't need that shit.
Can you sell rather than dismantle
No.
for more? No?
Maybe there'd be player trading or something like that if you wanted to go that route. Maybe that would be an option. We also have our equipment section. It looks like you'll be able to get different ghosts, different vehicles, some different emblems here, and different ships.
Are you ever in direct control of the ship?
I mean, no, not here in the beta.
So I wonder if that's just cosmetic.
Yeah, it probably is. You do see other players' ships at times. Wait, go to Tower North. Is it implying that I should go to Tower? Oh, no, okay. Okay, it's just showing me where the different things are in town. All right, so we're done in town. We'll hold down triangle for a little bit here and warp back out to the menu. And then we'll go in the Crucible. Play a multiplayer match.
They try to explain the Crucible as some lore thing where Guardians go to do battle and
basically
hone their skills.
Yeah. So we set destination. So you saw Earth, and that's Earth has this strike on it, which is that repeatable thing, that co-op thing. And there's also the moon, the actual moon.
Hellmouth.
But this level, when you hit it, it's like, nah, man. Like I said, there's been some rumor going around that maybe they'll open this up before the end of the beta.
Okay.
But dunno. If we assume that these other circles on the map will eventually fill in as planets, you can kind of take a guess at maybe what some of the initial other areas are. I know they talked about Venus and Mars and stuff, obviously, but the Crucible exists outside of all that.
So are these all different modes here? Okay, yeah, it's competitive 1 to 3, you against all.
6v6 coordinate vehicles and ground game. 3v3 skirmish.
I like how they all say PlayStation Plus required. Isn't that a given?
Well, so it's because the entire game is connected to an online multiplayer world. If you don't have Plus, you'll still see other players.
Oh, when you're playing
When
standard
you're playing,
stuff,
yeah,
like
but
missions?
but you won't be able to engage in some of these modes without
Gotcha.
a Plus account. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, really, that's a menu.
It's a menu.
Yeah.
This right here is a menu.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where I wish that some of the stuff was a little faster, like getting into town, doing all that stuff, then getting back into the next mission, and then getting into the mission only to realize like I just went right back to the exact same spawn-in point that I did last mission. Like that stuff's sort of disappointing.
Have they said anything about just like ballpark hour count for this one?
10 years, man.
Yeah.
10 years.
All right. Sounds doable.
No, I don't know that they have said, because all their talk is about their continued plans of support, and there are versions of this game that will be sold with expansion passes for add-on content that'll be released after the fact, and there's parts of this game are kind of hard to wrap your mind around because they are kind of the way they've built the town, the way they've built some of the structure. It's like they're kind of leaning in that MMO-like direction, but the core of the action really isn't an MMO. Venus.
So are these areas that would be in the standard game, or are these like just?
I don't actually know. These look like they're built as multiplayer maps.
Bungie's very good at doing that.
Bravo team.
Yeah. So this is a game of domination.
Okay.
There'll be 3 control points.
Capture and defend, Guardian.
And you come in with your your exact equipment, you know, from the main game. It's not like, hey, we got to pick up some other weapons or do this other stuff. It's you're the same you that you are in single player.
That's cool. I assume it does a good job of making sure you're not going against a guy with just a whole bunch of shit.
Well,
right?
instead, it's basically built to kind of average everyone out across like multiple levels.
Okay.
So you know, you being level 8 against a level 2 shouldn't matter as much.
Okay. And so you level up in this, like I see that you're level 6 working on your 7.
Yeah. So I'm gaining XP here just like I do in the single player.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Yep, that looked cool. Yeah, so you've got your same super punch and all that stuff. Okay.
You neutralized Zone C. Zone A lost.
Hey, what's up, you
Zone
guys?
C captured.
A lot of this looks really cool. I'm starting to get pretty excited about this game.
Yeah, I think it's you know, it's got a ton of potential. It's just like I said, it's one of those things where, oh, my grenade was not recharged. It's one of those things where like some of the structure of how it's going to have you revisit areas has me a little worried.
Right.
But generally speaking, you know, it's like there's just some great looking stuff. So as you see, like I actually start with like a minimal amount of
Zone A neutralized.
secondary and special ammo.
Okay.
So you see, I only have like 7 shotgun shots
Zone
and no rocket
A. Zone
shots.
B lost.
So they will occasionally drop or pop like ammo crates around the map.
Yeah, it said back there like square special ammo when you
Yeah,
walked over
yeah.
something. This just looks like straight up domination. It's
Yep.
fun. So do you have more?
shit.
Oh, damn.
Damn it. Well,
you-
I killed a guy on the way down. That's all that matters.
Hugendorf. It seems like you have more mobility than most of these, like, you know, default loadouts or non-super boosty jump loadouts.
Like just what you mean?
B.
It seems to
more
me
than
like
just the
your
jump, or like there's more to it than that. Or
it seems like your jump is like really extended. You talked about having one where you could kind of hover,
right,
or is that
yeah.
something everyone can
I think
do?
everyone probably would have at this point because
Oh, okay.
you know it's unless that's a class. But that's actually that is a class specific thing.
Okay.
So that might be something that I have as a Titan that
Gotcha.
other players might not have.
It's the best when they're just totally distracted by someone
Yep.
else, and yeah.
Heavy ammo inbound. You neutralized Zone C. Heavy ammo available.
Now, do you get rewarded with like gear and things that you can only get in the Crucible?
Well, so that's the thing is you'll get those Crucible marks that you'll be able to go to a Crucible specific vendor and buy those legendary items.
Gotcha.
And you'll only be able to get those items if you're engaging with this stuff a lot. So it's basically the equivalent of like PvP gear from an MMO.
Enemy captured Zone C.
Damn.
All right. Yeah, so let's just hop over here like that guy's doing. And eventually, your lift ability, which is that double jump, will level up to a point where you have more control. Oh, geez, he jumped and did his special and wiped out everybody. That
Like
was
a
kind of
ground
awesome.
pound thing?
Yeah.
That's real cool.
Yeah, so that's my super, is a ground pound. But as you level it up, you eventually get like a, you know, death from above, do it from the air sort of ability.
Okay, that's cool.
So if you look at how the health recharges, it does recharge to one of those pips at first, and then we'll go up the rest of the way, it seems like. At least if it gets down to the lower third of it, maybe.
Okay.
I'm still kind of eyeing that life bar and figuring out, you know, when it recharges and when it doesn't.
But no kind of like overshield pickups or anything in the environment.
Doesn't seem like it.
Enemy captured Zone A.
Whoop. Yeah.
Nope, nope. How the fuck did you do that?
That guy was probably shooting him too.
Damn.
You neutralized Zone C.
My controller light is changing color as we're neutralizing and capturing zones and stuff, which
All right.
is silly.
I kind of like the light stuff.
Yeah, I do too. It's just You barely notice it.
But yeah, because you're not looking at that part of the controller ever. Oh.
Oh, that's. Oh, come on.
Oh no!
Oh. That was a good idea, though.
A neutralized.
I felt pretty good about where that was headed before it went bad.
Team seems to be firmly in the lead.
Zone A secure.
Oh, that was just taking it back. Oh, hey, hi. Jesus. Oh, well. But yeah, of the three classes, you know, this is the guy that has the ground pound. This is the guy that has kind of a fireball as his super. And I don't actually remember what the third one is.
I like the double jump, and if that's a class-specific thing, I'm almost certainly going with that.
Yeah. It's weird because it's not just a, you know, like I don't have to hold it down to expend jetpack stuff, or it doesn't have to recharge either. Like I tap
Zone A lost.
X twice, it boosts exactly that much.
Oh, you can't just kind of like feather it
No.
or anything like that?
So it's one of those things where you, I guess, you gain more control over it as it levels up, as
Okay.
you kind of
Zone B neutralized.
unlock more stuff in it.
Gotcha.
Heavy ammo on the way. Zone C lost.
That sure sounds like a British guy that's out of breath.
Yeah.
Just got done running. Oh, damn it.
That was me popping my super, maybe from a little too far away, but also they shot me before it went off, so that was. Oh well, okay, supercharged, great,
Oh, huh.
nice of them to not count that as expended, I guess. Ugh. Yeah, but he's almost dead.
You guys got this.
Yeah.
What's that purple? Is that like a care package or a special ammo drop or something? It's not there anymore. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, that must be heavy ammo.
Uh-oh. Nice.
I wonder if it's starting me with my supercharge was something because I hadn't killed anybody in a while. Because it just I just got like a back in action ribbon.
Oh, almost like a death
almost
streak
like a
type
death streak
thing.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm glad they don't do death streaks anymore in Call of Duty. I always just hated seeing that. It was just like demoralizing. Ah,
yeah,
wow,
a little bit.
really sucking. I
Yeah.
already knew I was sucking, but now here's
Yeah.
a thing on my screen saying
It's
that.
like, hey, we're gonna help you out because you're really
Yeah.
you suck.
Enemy captured Zone A.
You know, be careful. You never know what they're gonna bring back and remove year to year. It's just
true.
They just roll some dice and go like, oh, death streaks this year.
Zone C lost. Zone B lost.
That's some bad shooting right there.
Yeah, yeah.
The Crucible's no place for mercy. Enemy captured.
I don't know about this.
What?
VO.
Like, what are you? What? Can we get another take on that one? You're supposed to sound like a total creep? Is it? Friggin' weirdo.
A single victory doesn't win a war, but it's a start.
All right.
All right.
This looks real fun.
Yeah, it's effective, you know. And you know, if you think about what Bungie's done in the past with Halo and just the number of modes and stuff they've done, you know, you can hope that they will head in that direction. And you know, Skull Tag and all the other weird
yeah.
shit they came up with.
Yeah.
I got a reward there.
Ah.
Field Plate Type 1, but it's 27. I don't think that he got a
Pulse rifle.
that looks pretty good. So it'll get you right in the next game, or you can hold down triangle and quit out of matchmaking.
Just
which
verts you back out to your ship.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, that's more or less the Destiny beta. You know, it has a lot of the same stuff from the alpha, which, you know, if you for folks at home that haven't watched that video, that's where we show the strikes. We play one of the strikes there and play some other missions and stuff in one of the other character classes. So, all right, I'm going to put this new helmet on.
So, a lot different.
Yeah. And this armor all sucks, so we're just going to dust it. What about these pants? Oh, this is better,
yeah.
but it's discipline plus 9,
What's
so
discipline?
I would lose some of my enhanced grenade cooldown.
You don't want to lose that, do you?
Not for 3 defense.
Nah.
20, 18, whatever, gone. 30, 25, gone. I run a tight ship. I keep my temple clean. Something.
What?
I don't know. This is my guy. He's got a helmet.
Yep.
I don't know. It's my ship. That's Destiny.
Say what you see.
It's out in September. There's a circle on the screen. There's a planet. There's a planet.
Yeah. Hold a controller in your hand.
I'm holding a controller in my hand.
Shoes on your feet.
I am on planet Earth. This is unfinished Destiny beta, and it's going to fade out right now.